it and you all see me running on a different live, it's because YouTube has decided to boot me out, and sometimes I can come back and hit the plus sign and it could say resume. There are sometimes it says, no, 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 we're not going to let you do that. We're going to kick you out and let you start a second live. Well, the first live is running. Why it does that, I have no idea. And we were having such a nice little chat, and YouTube decided it was going to end things and boot me out. And then sometimes I can come back, like I said, and it'll say resume, and I can resume, and you don't know anything. But there are some occasions where it boots me out, and then I got to start all over again. I don't know why it does that. So you'll see me magically running on 2 different lives, and I don't know how to fix the problem other than to restart another live, because I'm not going to end like I did. So if you see part 1 and part 2, you know why. YouTube. Anyway, to get back to what I was saying. I was talking about, before I was rudely interrupted by YouTube, that I tend to take care of everybody else but myself first. I take care of Josh and my mom and Christina and everybody else, and then I don't take care of me. So I'm getting new glasses. I don't know about you, but I'm the kind of girl that will put my glasses down, right? And then I go around, I have my shower or something, and then I try to find my glasses, and I can't find out where they are. I forgot where I put them. Did I put them there? Did I put them here? Whatever. So we were in the glasses place because I'm getting new glasses and probably come in Monday or Tuesday. And Josh got his before I got mine. Not fun. Hi, Bud Files. Not fair, right? So I said to my husband when we were in there getting our glasses and pick them out, I said, I want this. So when he picked up his glasses, he said, go get that glasses case you want. And he said, I want to get it for you. And so he got it. Isn't it pretty? It was from America's Best. Yeah, that's where we had to get our glasses at. And first time I can actually say I have never paid for glasses without, usually I pay. And it's a nice case inside. Hold on a second. Nice case inside, right? And it comes with a matching cleaning cloth, which I love. But this way, I'm going to put it on my little nightstand. And that way, when I go have a shower, I'm going to make myself put them in. Hi, Megan. Go ahead and put hashtag blessed guys in the chat if you want people to connect with your channel. I will put my glasses in here, and then that way, when I go have a shower and so forth, they're going into this glasses case, and then I won't sit there going, where did I put my glasses? I do it all the time. And hashtag blessed. And so I'm going to do that. I'm going to put them in here. And then at nighttime, sometimes I will go ahead and actually take my glasses, put them on my nightstand, and then maybe bump them off and they'll fall down, which only makes them scratched up and so forth. So my husband said to me, I said, you don't have to buy me this. And he said, yeah, I do. He says, because you do for everybody else. You need to have a little something for yourself. You do for me. You do for Christina. You do for your mom, but you don't do for you. It only costs $10. But I thought it was so pretty. I loved the purple and I loved the turquoise. Such pretty. And he said, this way we won't be hunting for your glasses when you take them off. He said, you're going to put them in here so you won't lose them. But a simple glasses case. Thank you very much. Hi, Bryson. Welcome on in. Hi, Emma. Hopefully I said that right. But hashtag blessed if you want people to connect with your channel. I just think sometimes, and I kept saying to him, you don't have to buy this for me. And he said, stop saying that. You do for everybody else before you do for yourself. I'm doing this because I love you, and I want to say thank you for all the things you do. Even when you're in a lot of pain with your fibromyalgia, when you're having a rough day, you're still trying to help and do things. And so, like I was saying before YouTube decided to rudely interrupt me, I have had to be I've had to be quiet, which if you are new here, I am not a quiet person. I love to talk. I love to interact with people. I love helping people. I'm not quiet. But I've needed to be quiet. And I'm coming out of whatever funk this was. I don't know what funk it was. I didn't like it. I can tell you that right now. I still don't totally like it. But I'm coming out of it. But I'm going to navigate to try to figure out who this person is. And I think to myself, thank you very much, Logan. I think to myself, I think we spend our time in our lives not taking time. Hi, Winnie. And you, hi, Britt. Hi, Pog. You can put hashtag blessed in the chat if you want people to connect with your channel. Hi, Winnie, the trader. Welcome on in. You guys can put hashtag blessed in the chat if you want people to connect with your channel. Thank you very much, Winnie. I've said your name. Welcome on in. You can put hashtag blessed in the chat, but please do not continue to do that because that will be considered spam. And so you got to stop with the comment, or I don't want to have to put you on timeout, but I will because YouTube will look at that as spam. So please don't do that. You can't keep putting the same words over and over again because they will look at that as spam. That's a divisive subject and I don't get into it on here. Okay, so we're just not gonna, it's just a divisive subject and so we're not doing it. So anyway, welcome Ash. We're gonna be nice. We're gonna be nice. Oops. We're gonna be nice, guys. We're not gonna be disrespectful to each other. It can be handled and I will handle it. We're going to be nice to each other and respectful. So anyway, I just think that we spend our lives trying to be like everybody else and not take the time to get to know us. I hope you do too. We spend our time in our lives, I think, not finding out who we are. Hi, Kishma. Welcome on in. And I think that we have to really spend the time getting to know who we are. Because, and not only that, understanding our backstory. Our backstory and how we were raised, the parents we were raised with, the circumstances and situations that we lived through. We have to get to know that. We have to look at that because it shaped who we are. And there's no you don't need to be apologizing for your backstory. And you don't need to be apologizing for, you know what, I've gone through this in my life. You've gone through circumstances and situations. For instance, for the family member that chooses not to talk to our family anymore, that has shaped me in a very different way. Because I think now to myself, oh my goodness, I'm going to say something to somebody and they're not going to want to talk to us anymore. I've realized that I can't live my life like that. If you're somebody that's a true friend or someone that cares about who I am, then you're going to sit there and Hi, PTS. Um, they've got to take a time to get to know who you are. And if they're going to want to take that time, take that time. If they're a true friend and you've said something that maybe they've taken out of context or taken it in the wrong way, guess what's going to happen? If they're a true friend, they're going to sit down and talk to you about it. And you're going to be able to resolve that as a friend or a family member or what have you, whatever it is. And this channel will always be not a lot about crochet. I will crochet with people. I don't feel like I ever have, Denny, I don't feel like I ever have the talent enough to really show people how to crochet. I want you guys crocheting that connection. I want this to be a channel where people are coming in, being respectful to each other, because I won't take disrespect to anybody in here. Where you guys are connecting to grow. You could put hashtag blessed in the chat, which we have live replay. So when people come in and watch the replay, they're going to see channels that come in. When this is over, make a comment so that when I go back and answer comments, I can say, oh, I've never seen that one before. Let me go check them out. Right? So we're all about wanting to make sure people have a place. Nobody needs to suffer in silence. I don't care who you are. Nobody needs to suffer in silence. Not one. There are people that are dealing with chronic illnesses, situations, fibromyalgia. I've raised a child on the autism spectrum. Hashtag blessed. And all of those things. I've been through a divorce. I've been through a lot of stuff in my life. I've dealt with a dad who had dementia. I want people to feel as if they have a place to come to that they can just talk. They're not alone. They can talk. I need a place that I can talk. I need a place where I can, all these jumble things in my head can come out and I can talk them through. And then there may be something that I say, right? No, it's hashtag blessed. That I say, right? That maybe somebody else will say, yeah, I'm the same way. Right? I'm the same way. I have one child. I have one grown child. And she is an absolute amazing woman, and I love her. I'm very, very grateful to, very grateful. One of the best things that I ever been in my life is a mama. Hey, Yadira. I've been a mama. That's one of the best things in my life ever that I've had. And I've been an autistic mom. I still am. And I've raised a child and I've gone through all the struggles and all the difficulties. And was it worth it? Yeah, I'd go through it again in a heartbeat. This community that we have worked so hard to build is more than just a community of numbers. It's not. It's people. It's connecting. It's making sure that you guys have a place that when life really is either giving you struggles or showing you blessings, you can come in here and let us know your challenges and your difficulties and the things that you're going through, but also the joys at the same time. And it's always going to be a place like that. Have I been really with it over the past little bit? No, I'd admit that 100%. I've really been kind of going through the struggles and the difficulties and all of the things that have to go with just going through different changes and going through it. But I'm telling you one thing, connection does make a difference. There's been times that I've forced myself, I know I need to come on and connect with my community. Not that I felt like doing it, but I needed to do it. And I felt a little bit better than before. And that's what it's all about. Like I said, when I started this a couple weeks ago, when I was kind of realizing, well, that's awesome. Um, that's an accomplishment right there. Um, and when I started going kind of in a place where I was just kind of struggling, I let everybody know I was. Let everybody know, hey, I'm kind of going through a rough patch. And I told people we're going to work through it. I'm going to figure out who this girl is. I'm going to figure out. It's awesome that you made the honor roll. Good for you. Um, we're going to navigate all this. I just thank everybody for being so patient, because like the Dog the Bounty Hunter giveaway, that should have been done and drawn on the 31st. I just kept extending it because I couldn't handle it. Now I know how I'm going to do that, announce a video of who the winner is. Then we've got Eli Yoder's book to do, and we've got these other crochet projects that I've got to get done. I've got soap caddies to do. These are soap caddies. And these are a Pacific one I'm doing for an event. And so I've got to finish these. These are our soap caddies. They are wonderful, but they're also going in some shops in the local area. They're going to let us put some in and let us see how they go. So I have got to get myself busy with those. So what I've decided this week, I have a project where I've gotten some lace. We're going to do some lace on canvas and paint it and see. I saw the guy do it. It was amazing. I can tell you I'm probably not going to do it anywhere justice near where he did it. But we're going to be doing just a lot of connect and grow, because I've got to get these projects done. They've got to get done. I'm giving myself till the end of next week, by next Sunday, to get them done. So listen, I'm always crocheting, but this is projects that have to get, they've got to physically get done, and so I got to hunker down. I can crochet for long periods of time, but I really need to focus on getting them done, and that way they'll be done and they'll be finished, and then I can move on to other stuff. Still crocheting, because I don't really go through a day very often where I'm not crocheting. Usually somewhere in the day I've taken a break and I sit down and crochet for a little bit. So that's what we're going to be doing. I kind of said that before, but I've kind of been all over the map. I've been all over the map, but I feel like I'm slowly coming out of it. And I think once I realize, I think yesterday, it was day before, when I kind of said to myself, you know what? You got to pull back a little bit. You got to just pull back. You got to pull back a little bit and take it easy and calm everything down. And that's what I did, and that's what I needed to do. And we have a church. I've got to make a cake tomorrow, so I may film that making of the cake. The recipe I got, it's not all mine, but it's an Oreo cake that I have to make for the event, or for our Sunday thing. So I may do a little bit and put that together, because I'm going to modify the recipe a little bit different. So I'm going to make an Oreo cake tomorrow, because we have our church thing on Sunday. And then on Monday, we're going to see the Elvis movie, which I am so excited to see. And we'll probably do a live on the way to Christina's, because she's coming with us. That's my daughter, to go to see Elvis. I will let y'all know what I think. And then for the next week, we're going to hunker down and get this done. Yep. Get this done. Get what I need to get done. Not that I'm not going to be crocheting throughout the month, which I will do, but I really need to get other things done. Otherwise, I'm going to be... There's a little event coming. I'm not trying to go into a lot of detail, but there's an event coming up that I've got decorations due for and everything. And those all need to be ready, so I'm not getting stressed towards the closing of the date. I did that with my daughter's wedding. I don't want to do that this time around. So, I am going to... The reason I kind of did this before is I want to go get ready for bed. I have been cold for some reason for a couple hours, and so I'm going to go get a nice warm shower, and I'm going to get under a heated blanket, and I'm going to crochet, and I'm going to bed. I'm actually going to go to bed try to go to bed early. So I'm going to give myself probably about 11 o'clock, and I'm going to bed early. And then tomorrow, Fishy Things, which is a great channel, by the way, he's going to have trivia, and I'll participate in that. So he allows people to share. So we'll do something on our channel with that, so you guys can have fun with that. And I'm going to get back. I'm coming out of whatever this was so that I can talk and feel as if I'm kind of coming back to who I am. But at the same time, I need to try to figure out who I am too. So I'm going to do that. But we're going to do it together because I think this is part of your process. And we're going to do it. So thank you all. I just thought I'd give everybody an update. So remember to be proud of being you, because truly everybody else is taken. And we got you covered. Thank you so much for having us covered. Keep crocheting that connection. No crochet hook is required. You don't need it to crochet that connection. And I will see you tomorrow, probably when Fishy Things does his live with the trivia. If I'm a part of that, I'll do it on my thing. Hi, Strong Minds. Welcome on in. You can put hashtag blessed in the chat if you want people to connect with your channel real quick. So I'm going to get off. I am really cold, and I don't know why. Usually it means if I'm cold, I'm really, really hurting. But I'm going to go have a shower and get all warmed up and get in my pajamas. And we will try to do that thing with the lace this week. But we're going to be doing, I've said it before, but I really, by May 7th, I want to be all done with these projects that need to get done so that I can work on other projects that need to get done in about 3 weeks. There's not major, but there's projects that have got to get done. So, and I got to sit tomorrow and figure things out. So anyway, all right. So I'm going to let you all go. I will talk to you all later. And we'll see y'all tomorrow. I promise. Love y'all. Have a wonderful night. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for being there for me. Thank you for being an awesome community. We truly have the best one, I feel, on YouTube. Love y'all. Have a good night. Bye-bye, everybody.